Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Benzema. Perez. Doku. Now it's Watkins. It's a pretty loose pass. And that was nowhere near his best. Andrić. Xiao. That has not gone well. Di Lorenzo. Now Perez.
And the counter is on.
And it's Cher. Now it's Lewandowski. Benzema. Stood up well to him there. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still...
And he shoots! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Luna. Doku. Watkins! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Madueke.
Watkins clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Goes for the shot! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
He's in a great position here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Madueke. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Doku. De Bruyne.
Ajax really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, that's fabulous. No, again.
Goes for a shot!
Roma-Ajax with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Towering header!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Madueke, and it's Mkhitaryan. Pellegrini, not the most accurate pass. Andrić. Lewandowski. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Madueke. Now it's Pellegrini. He'll try from distance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Richards. Hermoso. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Takes a shot!
Too close for comfort.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Benzema.
And here's Perez. Tries from distance.
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that's been won straight back.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he welcomes it in. Doku. Oh no, he's got that wrong.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Threads one in. It's a promising position. Madueke gets flagged offside. Now it's Watkins. Watkins
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
pass somewhat off target. Lewandowski is the guilty party there. Lewandowski did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
De Bruyne.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now Luna. And here's Perez. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Ajax really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
And he's managed to get free. Now it's Doku. Watkins. Mkhitaryan. Deftly away. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Perez.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up. Watkins! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Watkins certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Out towards the flank. Madueke. Lovely feet. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ajax do have a chance to counter here. And smartly reclaimed. Driving forward. Doku. Araujo. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And here's Watkins. And that is well cleared. And he's there to retrieve it. Richards making good progress on the right-hand side. Benzema. Chance here to counter. Now it's Lewandowski. And it's Di Lorenzo. Oh, he's having a go! And that is doing no harm at all.
Ajax really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Pellegrini. Here comes the cross. Perez. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Changement.
Hermoso. Araujo. Pellegrini. Engages and forces him off the ball. Watkins. Doku showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Araujo. Hermoso.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they're quick to get it back. Doku, who does have an assist to his name. Out for a throw.
Changement. Le numéro 9, le numéro 21. À leur place, le numéro 19, le numéro 10.
Can he finish? So their fourth corner of the game. And a header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Aveyron are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Smith Rowe. Benzema. That's a good foray he's making. And he's picked it up out wide, delivered in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. That's good running with the ball. That has not gone well. James getting forward. Benzema. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pellegrini. And it's Pellegrini. Smith Rowe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's there to belt it away.
Rodez really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Smith Rowe tries a shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
Smith Rowe has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
And he goes cross-field. Now this could be... Shapes to shoot! Goal! Ajax! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Changement. Le numéro 7.
So we have movement on both
À
benches.
leur place, le
Ajax
numéro 8.
have their
Le
lead.
numéro 20.
Well, I think you can
Changement
write
en
this
cours.
lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on? Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Aimed beyond the defence. Out of play for a throw. And claimed it back swiftly. It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it out wide. James! Now that looks a decent ball. Decent chance! Loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here.
He will be livid with himself.
Changement. Le numéro 4.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Attention, changement.
Araujo. Hermoso. He's going for goal! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Rodez really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Hermoso. And it's Zakarian. Nemecha. De Bruyne. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe running with intent. De Bruyne. Shot could be on. It's Perez! That's another chance. Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And now they can clear their lines.
And the referee brings it to a close.
A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found